Hello students, welcome to my class. In the last class, we have seen the construction of wave function for the two particle systems from the individual wave functions. Let us do here for three particle system and for n particle system. Wave function of three particle systems. Wave function for three particle systems. Wave function of three particle system. Three particle system. Remember quantum particle, that is identical indistinguishable particle systems. Okay, fine. So we have the three individual state functions. This is one. This is the other one. And this is the other one. These are the individual wave functions. From this individual wave functions, we need to construct symmetric and antisymmetric functions. As there are the three particles, then how many permutations are possible? 3 factorial permutations are possible. That is 6 permutations are possible. So the wave function contains 6 terms. Okay, see. Symmetric wave function will take. First we will construct the symmetric. Symmetric wave function I will write. For three particle system will be like this. This is the symmetric wave function of three particles 1, 2 and 3. That will be is equal to 1 by square root of 3 factorial summation over all the permutations, all the possible permutations. That is the permutation operator. N1 1, N2 2, N3 E3. Now you do all the permutations. So total 6 terms will come. So I'll write it C. I'll write it, you see that. So total 6 terms possibilities are there. Yes. So this will be is equal to, thus of course this 1 by root 3 factorial will not go anywhere, that remains same. And start writing. The first, as usual, no permutation, that is psi 1 or other double permutation like even permutation. N2 A2 psi N3 A3. Next plus, you interchange 2 and 3. So that is psi N1, this is E1 only. Now interchange 2 and 3. N2 will come as E3. N3 will come as E2. The next term will be like this. Psi N1 E2 psi N2 E1 psi N3 E3. That is 1 and 2 are interchanged. Here 2 and 3 are interchanged. Now next 1 and psi N1 E2 is coming. First I'll write, you check it. Okay, fine. Next two more also I'll write. Then I'll explain. Psi n1 E3 psi n2 E1 psi n3 E2 plus psi n1 E3 psi n2 E2 psi n3 E1 over. Now let's see here. No permutations here, or otherwise double permutations. Now here n, see everywhere n1 n2 e3 n1 n2 e3 n1. So what is changed here? N1 e1, but 2 and 3 are changed here. Here it is 2 and 3 are changed. Interchange of 2 and 3. Okay. Now see here n1 e2 is there. So that is 2 and 1 interchange here. Okay. Now see here n1 n2 n3. In place of n1 there is e2, in place of n2 there is e3, in place of n3 there is 1. So n1 so now you see here 1 3 interchange, 1 and 3 will be interchanged. Now see the permutations here. 1 goes to 3, then 3 goes to 2. So 1 is going to the 3, but 3 is going to the 2, but 2 again gone to 1. This is the permutation. Now come here. 1 gone to 3, 1 gone to 2, 2 gone to 3, 3 gone to 1. This is the permutation here. Okay. So now interchange any two. Let us check whether it is a symmetric function or not. You can check yourself. It will be of symmetric function. Okay, fine. Let us construct the antisymmetric function. Antisymmetric is easy because it is simply the determinant. Antisymmetric is easy, is simply determinant. That is, antisymmetric function will be antisymmetric of 1, 2, 3 will be summation of all permutations, that is minus 1 whole power p, that is p cap psi n1 e1, then psi n2 e2, psi n3 e3. Okay, now you do all the permutations. That will be, of course, don't forget here to put 1 by root 3 factorial. This 1 by root 3 factorial. So let us put in the determinant form. 1, 2, 3. So that is psi n1 e1, psi n1 e2, psi n1 e3. Next, psi n2 e1, psi n2 e2, psi n3 e3. Next, psi n3 e1, psi n3 e2, psi n3 e1. See here, observe here N1, N1, N1 only, the state N1. But the coordinates of the particles E1, E2, E3. Here it is N2, N2, N2. Sorry, here it is N2. Then here it is N3, N3 and N3. Okay. Yeah. Be careful. Yeah. What about for n particle system? How to write for n particle system? Suppose I have a n particle system. It is not of 2, it is not of 3, it is not of 4, like this n particle system. Write directly for the n particle system. We'll write directly for the n particle system. Yeah. Many particle systems. That is n particle system. Many particle system. N particle system. Assume non-degenerative state. That means no particle, like individual. Yeah. Okay, fine. So for a n particle system, then we can write directly for the symmetric wave function. So I have the individual wave functions will be like this: psi n1 of E1, psi n2 of E2, psi n3 of E3, psi nn of En. So this is the n particle system I have. I need to write for the symmetric wave function and anti-symmetric wave function. So symmetric wave function will be written like this. Symmetric wave function. The symmetric wave function is simply like this: 1 to n. We need to add all the permutations. So 1 by n factorial sigma p p cap psi n1 E1, psi n2 E2 and so on, psi nn En. Okay. Now you do all the permutations. So what about for anti-symmetric wave function? That is anti-symmetric wave function directly determinant. It will be is equal to 1 by square root of n particle sigma p minus 1 whole power p. So do the all permutations. So p cap psi n1 E1, psi n2 E2 and so on, psi nn En. We can represent this will be in the form of a determinant also. Let us represent this will be in the form of a determinant also. So the determinant will be as follows. It is the n by n matrix. 1 by square root of n factorial. Let the determinant will be like this. So psi n1 E1, psi n1 E2 and so on, psi n1 En. Next psi n2 E1, psi n2 E2 and so on, psi n2 En. So and so on like this. The last one will be psi nn E1, psi nn E2 and so on. Psi nn En. This is the determinant. Okay. So this determinant is known as the Slater determinant. Slater determinant. This determinant is known as the Slater's determinant. So this is the obviously n by n determinant. This determinant is known as the Slater determinant. Slater's determinant. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. Now we'll take a special case. What is that special case? What happens if all the particles will be in the same state? The first particle, second particle, third particle, n1 is equal to n2 is equal to n3 is equal to, and so on. Then that means all particles will be in the same state. So there will not be like n1, n2, n3, n4. The special case, that is all particles in the same state. All particles will be in the same state. In the special case, that is n1 is equal to n2 is equal to n3 is equal to, and so on, nn. All particles, and then what happens? So symmetric function is simply can be written as E1 and so on, n. Psi n1, psi n2, psi n3 all are same. It is simply pi, that is ranging from I is equal to 1 to n, psi n ei, then that will be is equal to psi n1 e1, psi n2 e2, all are same, and so on, psi n en. Okay. What about for antisymmetric? This is the symmetric function. Then what about antisymmetric function? That is the important thing here. This becomes 0. Antisymmetric function and so on will be is equal to 0. So antisymmetric wave function will become 0. So why? So in the determinant, these elements will become same. In the determinant, all the elements will be same. So that's why determinant will become 0. So this is the important conclusion. So symmetric wave function is for the boson family. Correct? Symmetric wave function for the boson family. So that means all the particles can be in the same state. All bosons can be stayed in a same state, in a single state. They can condense at a place. But when it comes to the antisymmetric, that is fermion family. So in the fermion family, if all the states will be equal, not all, any two is equal. Let's say this and this are equal, remaining not equal. Any two columns will be equal. Then determinant automatically will become 0. So this is the huge importance. That is like Pauli's exclusion principle will be so originated here itself. Then we will discuss later. Yeah. So let us take another special case. Another special case. So now suppose all are not like all n1, n2, n3, n not like that. Suppose only 3 are equal, n1, n2, n3 is equal, remaining things are not equal. Then in that case, then how to write it? So when there is a multiplicity in the numbers, so suppose n1 occurs n1 times, n2 occurs n2 times, and so on. Then how to write the, then blindly you can put the asymmetric wave function is 0. Because when something are equal, asymmetric wave function, it is 0. Then only bother about the symmetric wave function, asymmetric wave function, because once the columns will be same, any two columns will be same, then automatically it will become 0. Then what about for the symmetric function? What about for the symmetric function? Obviously symmetric wave function is non-zero. The symmetric function is non-zero. Then what is it and how it looks like this? Non-zero. Then what is that and how it looks like this? That is important. Let us put like this. So symmetric wave function will be like this. Symmetric wave function of this will be equal to square root of n1 factorial, n2 factorial and so on, nn factorial, whole divided by n factorial. Okay. Sigma p permutations p cap psi n1 e1 and so on. Remember, it is a multiplication. Psi nn en. Okay, fine. The summation is taken only over the permutations which lead to distant terms and includes then how many terms will be there here. So number of terms will be. So number of terms like distant terms. Number of distinct terms in that above expression. In the above expression. Don't take the repeating terms in the above expression. How many terms will be there in the above expression? Will be so n factorial divided by n1 factorial, n2 factorial and so on, nn factorial. Suppose none is repeating, then simply n factorial. Okay. So let us take an example, then you can understand very easily. Let us take an example. 3 identical bosons. Obviously, no need to write for the fermions because they are equal. Once it will be equal, then 2 columns will become same, then antisymmetric wave function will be 0. We need to take for the bosons family. 3 identical bosons, obviously, 3 bosons. So they are arranged like this. N1, N2 is equal to N and N3 is not equal to N. So N1 state and N2 state will be identical, but N3 state is different. Okay. So that means how many times N1 is occurring? 2 times. N3 is occurring. Okay. So in that case, the formula for that will be symmetric wave function. So yes, this is the formula we need to use here. This formula. So here, symmetric wave function is simply of 3 bosons 1, 2 and 3, that is equal to, so n1 is occurring 2 times, that is 2 factorial divided by total how many particles? 3 factorial. So n1 n2 same, of course. N2 is occurring, it is not occurring. So n3 is occurring how many times? 1 time only, that is 1 factorial. You don't need to put or you wish 1 factorial. Now sigma p, that is a permutations of n1 e1, n2 e2, n3 e3. So you should be careful here. So here you no need to put like this. So this is n1 is same as that of n, n2 is also same as that of n. So that is, this is the n1 in the state of n you write here, n2 you write in the state of n only, but n3, n1 is equal to n2, that is n. Okay, now we'll do the terms. So distinct terms only, don't write the repeating terms. How many are there? So how many are there means that is given by this formula. How many are there? That is given by this formula. So that means 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial terms will be there. 3 factorial will be 6 by 2, that is 3 will come. 6 by 2, that is 3 distinct terms will come. Only that we need to include. So I'll write that. So this will be is equal to, so only 3 is remaining here. That's by 1 by root 3. Now we write that all 3 distinct terms. That is psi n E1, psi n E2, psi n3 E3. Next term will be interchange now. 2 and 3 interchange. Psi n E1, psi n3 E3, psi n E3. Okay. Then last 1 and 3 interchange. Psi n3 E1, psi n E2, psi n E3. So this example clearly illustrates what is so called like that special case. What is that special case will be? What is that special case we need to take? Suppose n1 states repeats n1 times, n2 states repeat n2 times. In that case, what to do? So in that case, obviously any two columns in that determinant becomes same, then the asymmetric wave function will become 0. That means fermions will become 0. Symmetric wave function, then we need to adjust the wave function will be like this. So this is the case we have taken for the 3 bosons. Out of 3 bosons, 2 bosons are lying in the same state. So one boson is of differently. So something like this. There are 3 bosons will be there, and the 2 states will be same. This is n1 is equal to n2, and this is the n3. So 3 bosons. So maybe 2 bosons will be here. So this is the one boson will be here. That function we need to write. That we have written. Okay, fine. I think it is clear. Yeah. Okay, fine. So I'll stop here. In the next class, we will introduce one of the important concepts of this modern physics, is the Pauli's exclusion principle. Okay, that we will discuss in the next class. So in the wave function, we will introduce the space as well as spin functions, that both we will introduce. That will go for the next class. So let us see what we did in this class. If we can revise what we have did here. So one of the important concepts here we have written. For 2 particle system we have written. Then let us write for the 3 particle system. Wave function for the 3 particle system. That is written for symmetric function. So it is tough job for the symmetric only. So antisymmetric is easy, simply in the form of a determinant. Okay. So then you need to include all the permutations. For n particle system, I have written directly. So you need to expand here. So this determinant is okay. So if any one thing, suppose n1 and n2 will be same. So n1, n2 will be same. This is n1, entire thing will become same. And this n2, entire thing will become same. So that any 2 things will become, rows or columns, determinant will become 0. Okay, fine. Okay. So the special cases we have also taken, and all are of the same. That means all the particles are staying in the same state. That is, they condensed. Okay. That is possible only for symmetric wave function. That is the boson family. For fermion family, that becomes 0. The special case, not like that. So n1 particles, that is n1 state repeats n1 times. That is, multiplicity of n1 state is n1. n2 state is n2. And of course, a symmetric function will be 0. Then we need to talk about the symmetric wave function. That is something look like this. Okay. I hope it is clear. Okay. Thank you. So stay home and stay safe. This is very important. So thank you. Stay home, stay safe.